campaign. Mr. W. Averell Harriman, who is generally credited at this time with having 108 delegates supporting him for the nomination. Vice President Alben Barkley, who has 27.5 delegates. Senator Estes Kefauver, who has the greatest number of delegates of any candidate, 248.5. Senator Robert Kerr, expected momentarily, 42 delegates, and Senator Richard B. Russell, who has 121 delegates.
I feel as Hubert Humphrey did, and I think he expressed it very well.
Mr. Barkley, Mr. Vice President Barkley?
I ran for the Senate in '44 on the Democratic platform that contained the civil rights plank. I ran for Vice President in '48 on the Democratic ticket that had a civil rights plank. I have supported civil rights legislation. I will support whatever plank the Democratic Convention adopts at its coming meeting.
Thank you, sir. Senator Kefauver?
I expect to very sincerely support the plank that's adopted by the Democratic Convention. As I listen to Senator Humphrey and Senator Sparkman, I think that Senator Humphrey stated points that we all agree upon as to what we want to do in this country. I think we realize that it's necessary to carry out the mandate of the Constitution, and also that in view of Soviet propaganda that we must begin to make progress. I would say that we ought to approach it on a broad program. The poll tax, elimination of discriminations, and I think it's necessary to get a workable cloture rule so that we can begin to make progress and not just have a political football and discussion about the matter ever so often.
Thank you. Senator Kerr? You want...
Yes, when the Vice President Barkley ruled that the two-thirds cloture rule applied to motions to take up as well as motions on final passage, I voted to sustain the Vice President. I think we ought to have provisions for ample debate. I think the country has a right to have full consideration and let them have time to consider the issues during a debate so that we won't take precipitous action.
Well, Senator,
but I think that eventually I think that the proposal that's been made by Senator Lehman, and a number have joined in it. I wrote the senator a good while ago a letter, back latter part of last year, that I thought his proposal was in line to have a two-thirds up to a certain point, 20 days or something like that, and after that be able to vote by majority vote.
Senator Kerr, do you like to make
a point of personal privilege?
I remember this personal privilege. I haven't had a chance to say anything.
I feel that I'm going to be the candidate in all parts of the country, and I think I'm the only one, with all due deference to my friends here, who have gone before the people in every part of the country and have proven by the vote that I've gotten that the people, the rank-and-file Democrats, believe in my program and want me to be the nominee. I've entered the primaries in 15. I've been in the primaries of 15 of the 16 states. I won all the state primaries except where Dick took me over down in Florida, but I got a pretty good vote down there.
Senator Russell,
Senator Russell mentioned my name. May I just say one word? I think that I got back and voted on most issues, but I think we owe an obligation to the American people, too, to enter the primaries that have been set up for the purpose of enabling their voters, their Democratic voters, to have some voice in the selection of a candidate. So I don't think that's, by doing that you're abandoning your public service. I think that's a very important part of our public duty.
You think that's especially true when you'd had about $15 million worth of publicity before they started this? I just wanted to...
Well, you got a lot of it, too.
Estes, on point of order, can I have a word or two? I entered this race only after President Truman stated he would not run, and therefore I could not enter these primaries which you engaged in, Senator, because the filing dates had already closed. We did have one primary, however, which was the only one in the District of Columbia, and I think you know, Senator Kefauver, how that one ended up. So that is the cross-section of our country there, living in the District of Columbia.
Well, with all due deference, I think 18,000 votes out of a city of 750,000 is not a very good.
That was more than you got in New Hampshire.
Mr. Barkley, we have just 1 minute.